Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for the series finale of Derry Girl Season 3, Episode number 7. Please, never, ever, ever forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to keep telling all your friends that it is working. Keep coming over, checking us out. Thank you.
So before we get to the comment, and I'm sure I'll say this more at the end of the reaction too, just, it's bittersweet. This was such a unique series that was introduced and put into rotation, and we fell in love with all the characters. So really excited to see how the series ends, but also a little sad. And then we had JoJo coming through with the last comment for the series, saying, when I watched this with a VPN as it aired in the UK, I did not realize there would be a 7th episode, which thankfully aired the next day. So, until I could Google it, there were about 5 or 10 minutes when I actually thought this show had just done the most darkly disturbing ending ever. Apparently the show is semi-autobiographical from the creator's point of view, and she actually had a close friend lose her father at about that age. Remember, that's what we just how it ended. It is a shocking twist, but on reflection, it does fit with the show's themes of the dark and light side of life intertwining. But man, I was a hot mess after this one. It messed me up too, because I wasn't expecting
it was tough.
But they did such a good job with the subtle like foreshadowing, or the things that you would think about earlier in the episode, with like him driving them and her looking at him and just cheesing. It just, so good. Alright, let's get to the series finale right now.
No to gunmen they let out of prison offers. No to any hope for peace. How can you have peace when you release the gunmen have offered on the street?
Watching the game.
I need to get past.
Some of the proposed reforms have proved extremely controversial, particularly the early release of paramilitary prisoners. And now, with only days until the referendum,
terrible atrocities. And now we must add your play to that list. Just one message this morning, girls, quite an important one. As Jenny's awful play just alluded to, a referendum is about to take place, the outcome of which could change the course of history. To those of you who have already turned 18, I strongly urge you to exercise your right to vote. It's your future. Take it seriously. On the other hand, and I cannot stress this enough, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in any of your other so-called rights. I don't want to hear your thoughts on the workload or the...
The commitment. What? So, I know her nephew a bit, and it turns out he fancies the whole of me. Story of my life. And he said he can get her to play your party if I snog him for 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
That's really precise.
It's the length of Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai. Great track. Oh, the best. My God, Michelle. You would do that for me. That's just the kind of selfless gal I am.
Can I have a crisp?
Fuck off.
Christ, not this fucker again.
Sister! I used to be quite good at this.
I don't care. What do you want?
Well, there's going to be a bit of a shake-up at the diocese, and the feeling was that I'd come and talk to you because, we have a relationship.
We do not have a relationship.
Change.
So the bishop wants you to know that he's absolutely thrilled with all the amazing work you've done here over the years.
I'm ecstatic.
But perhaps he thinks it's time for a different challenge.
Yeah.
Pastors new and all that.
He wants me to leave Our Lady Immaculate.
He thinks it's time. And well, you know, it's the nature of the game.
I'm not playing a game.
When things get too familiar, too comfortable, you know, it can distract us from the main focus.
Which is?
God.
Right. And she's worried about that herself. Is she?
Oh, it's pretty black and white.
God, it's so awkward. Fuck off, Aaron. And what would you know anyway? You're nothing but a spoilt, selfish, sheltered wee brat.
So, something with this
She love
agreement,
her
like you
brother.
just said, everybody on both sides.
Yeah, they
agree.
agree. No matter what they
I didn't
did.
agree to snog that fella so you would have a commitment play at your pissy party. I agreed to snog him because he's a master bride. James!
Sorry, you know, the cousin thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, how are things now?
What's happening? It's really, really bad.
James?
Huh? It's really, really bad.
James, I can't hear you. I think there's a problem with the line.
There's not a problem with the line, Claire. I'm mumbling.
Why are you mumbling?
Because Michelle's upstairs and I don't want her to hear me.
Who you talking to, James?
Oh, Christ.
Jeez.
Hi, Michelle.
What's going on?
Look, just leave it alone, okay? I'm never, ever, ever speaking to that kid again. Ever.
Well, that's a start. I mean, not a great start. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Hey, Claire.
A burger
Oh,
phone.
hi.
Yeah, I'm good, grand, thanks. Never been better. Michelle? Haven't even thought about Michelle. It's sort of like, who's Michelle, you know? I sort of think I'd grow her anyways.
Listen, it was an argument. It's a sensitive subject. Things got heated. It happens. But you need to apologise.
You think I should apologise?
Shit, no, what'll I do?
I'm not apologising.
No, look, Erin's on the other line.
Oh, so she thinks I should apologise. It's unbelievable.
What's happening, Claire?
Just 1 second. Hello?
Where'd you go?
I was on the other line.
Talking to who?
Michelle, do you want a pop tart, Erin?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Claire, I'm in Strabane, and your point is... Look, Erin, someone has to make the first move here. You're telling me you don't want Michelle to come to your party?
She doesn't want me to come to your party.
Why do I keep doing that?
Well, she can stick her party up her hole.
Shit, Claire. What are you going to tell Erin?
Well, I can't tell her Michelle thinks she should stick her party up her hole.
Oh, does she now?
What is her phone doing?
If she
Did you
allowed
just
to
make your
go.
first communion today, then?
No, we dress like this every day.
Oh, I was just trying to make conversation. Did you enjoy the body of Christ? It was a bit dry. Aye, that's why I put butter on it.
Yeah, you're really, really not supposed to do that, or
How many pieces of communion do you think you'd need to swallow to eat a whole Jesus?
Where the hell is Claire?
You can vote yes, or you can vote no.
You gotta have him in the episode, babe.
That's not strictly true now, Jerry, or you can spoil your vote.
Right.
I knew a fella once, Tommy Duddy.
I'm walking off.
He spoiled
I'm doing my
his vote.
smooth
Now, that's what
Tommy
he
Duddy.
walk off.
We're talking 88, 89, or was it 90?
I don't care, Colin.
90 at a push. Now, when I say he spoiled his vote, what he actually did was eat the ballot paper. Swallowed the thing whole, so he did. People thought he was trying to make some sort of a political statement, but that wasn't the case at all. Tommy was just an awful man for the paper. Couldn't get enough of the stuff. I'll tell you, if you didn't keep your eye on him, he'd have
Just
got the
like a
very yellow
paper.
pages down him.
Tommy Duddy, is it?
Aye,
Took a bit out of my crossword once.
I must say now.
So, Daddy says if I do well on my A levels, I can book Val d'Isère. Who's up for it?
They said you can book what?
Val d'Isère. You know the ski resort? It is to die for. Isn't it, Tomas?
Oh, it's a wonderful spot. Simply wonderful.
I adore skiing.
Really?
Isn't it Tomas?
Really?
Yes. Skiing and, well, all the snowy sports really. In fact, Cool Runnings is probably one of my favourite films.
Right, I haven't seen that one.
Me either.
Nor me, I'm afraid. We have to leave. Shh, they haven't seen cold runnings, Michelle. I don't trust these people.
More champagne?
Absolutely.
These are our people.
Welcome to Jenny Joyce's party. Name, please.
Erin Quinn.
Oh,
Oh,
you're not on the list.
so I can't come on?
You're actually serious?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, just like that.
These stars are flat, aren't they?
Sorry for the wait. I just had a chat with Jenny. Welcome and enjoy.
And she just fucked up all of her outfit.
Yeah, she's dirty now.
Do you want to get out of here?
Can we take that wee tiny horse? No.
As far as sausage rolls go, well, I could take them or leave them. But that's not to say I don't appreciate the work that goes into them.
Look, Colin, no offence, but I listened to the prawn cocktail monologue. I'm not getting in these sausage rolls.
There was a fella that lived in my street and, well, he was a pastry chef. He's dead now. This was when he was alive.
I only came over for a bloody...
And I'm rolling.
Hello.
Did you get your head around this referendum thing yet?
I did. Aye.
And what do you think?
No, it doesn't matter what I think. Sure, I'm an old man. It's what you think that's important.
People died. Innocent people died, Granda.
Yeah.
And they were someone's mother, father, daughter, son. Nothing can ever make that okay.
Nope.
And the people who took those lives, they're just going to walk free. You know, what if we do it and it was all for nothing? What if we vote yes and it doesn't even work?
And what if it doesn't? What if no one else has to die? What if all this becomes a ghost story? You'll tell your wains one day. A ghost story they'll hardly believe.
Right. Because the kids ain't gonna never know.
You're right, love.
Jerry, get it. What is Paul doing in there?
Go away.
Oh, you're taking the piss now.
Sister, you missed the first communion.
I'm devastated.
Everything all right?
The bishop rang.
I see.
I decided to take your advice. No point fighting it.
Right.
Then I had a whiskey and a word with myself. I rang him back.
You rang him back.
Told him, I make a difference here. The girls know that. The parents know that. I'm not ready to leave. Try and force me to, and there'll be an awful fuss, I said. I'll make sure of it, I said.
How much does he say?
Fuss.
Not much.
Right, why are you trying to force her to leave? She's doing a good job. Let me go ahead there.
He didn't say much.
Soldier.
Oh, that's like what Anna was saying.
Well, the day has finally arrived. Polling stations across the country will open shortly, and the Good Friday Agreement will be put to the people.
So, we're all 18 now. We're all officially adults. So tell me, Aaron, how does that make you feel?
It's good.
Very profound.
No, shut up. No, it's good. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe a wee bit scary too, you know. There's a part of me that wishes everything could just stay the same. That we could all just stay like this forever. There's a part of me that doesn't really want to grow up. I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm not sure I'm ready for the world.
An overwhelming majority. The people of Northern Ireland have spoken. The country has just taken its first step into the future.
New York.
Present day New York.
Good morning, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you. We've discovered some old mail. It was intercepted en route to the White House back in the 90s, then somehow lost its way. But this was addressed to you.
Thank you so much.
Chelsea Cliff.
Oh my god!
Aaron Quinn.
Dear Chelsea, our names are Aaron, Orla, Claire, Michelle, and James, and we come from a place called Derry. We understand you will soon be traveling here with your ma and da, and if they're anything like our parents, well, you'll be bored out of your tree. We thought you might like to
Remember when they thought this was going
I'm
down?
thinking it must be pretty difficult for a girl like yourself to meet boys. Being the president's daughter would intimidate a lot of fellas, we imagined. So if you want to practice any moves on James, feel
That's so
he's all
sweet!
Yeah, that was nice.
Anyway, let us know and have a safe flight. Aaron, Orla, Claire, Michelle, and James. P.S. We think your hair is absolutely cracker.
That's so cute they added that! Ah!
Alright, that was the series finale of Derry Girls, and what a epic ending that was to a really awesome, mesmerizing, and just unbelievable series this was for me. I mean, it was just something different. I mean, it really was. I mean, you would think it didn't deserve to be this good, right? Being Americans watching it, and it being so Scottish or Ireland, Irish, you know, it being so that you're like, it's no way we should be able to like this and just like figure it out, but we did since the beginning, right? It is, and that's awards to the writing right there, right? Because it's like the writer or the writers, however many people dealt with the show, really gave it their all. It was clever, it was super funny, it was meta, and the characters brought it all to life on there from beginning to end every single time. And I just want to say it is one of those little diamonds in the rough right there that always goes unrecognized, but I really hope that this one can get some shine and get some recognition, because it is one of the ones that will stand the test of time and just be like, this was that it right here, right? They had all the elements, the ingredients to make this a legendary show, and it really was. I mean, me personally, I get bored super quick on there, but when you clever like this, and you keep me entertained like this, and you give me something different, like, why would I ever be able to be like, that's that shit right there, them Ireland girls and the one guy
who's English.
Why would I ever even be like, yeah, that's that shit right there, go hard with it? But it is. And so that is something very special for the directors, the writers, the creators, all of it on there. And Netflix to be like, yeah, let us do that. Let us do that with y'all too. Love it, love it, love it. I can't say enough for it all day. I thought our what's her name?
Erin?
No, at the church, the head,
Michelle.
Michelle. Michael. I thought she was gonna get something like way high. That's what they was gonna promote her to be something way high. That's why they was coming there like that. But if it was just like they wanted her to step down to just like let somebody else run it, nah, bro, we ain't doing that. And I'm glad she stayed in character. And this is where I belong right here. I make a difference right here, and it is what it is. And everybody know, okay? I'm like one toe in, one toe out of this religious shit all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a cult believer of it, but I'm a believer of it. And you know, I do what I want to do, and I keep it real all day. That's what she do, and that's why she called him back after she drank some whiskey and was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna be right here where I'm at. And if you take me out of here, I'm gonna make a fuss. So I thought that was gangster on her for sure. And the party at the end where everybody can come through, where it killed the main party and they all came through for that. I mean, a good ending. And this must be a true thing that happened over in Ireland when they did the referendum and all that. Like, I don't remember that. I don't know about it for sure. But it was a hard one to tassel, and which is why you only got 71% of people to vote for it. 30% was like, you know what, no, bro.
I mean, it's hard to get that big of a
percentage.
percentage.
It is very hard to get that. So like I said, it was a land-breaking majority that said, you know what, it is what it is. Let's give everybody a chance. People be people. Shit was the shit that happened today, and let's see what happens. And so and I think they better off now than they was before, and I think that was a thing to do, because it really happened. And so, but man, with all that said, still one of my top shows right here that I can remember and be like, yeah, this was really, really good. And I'm glad you guys put us on to it. Sad to see it go. Hope to see it live on. And thank you guys again for putting it in there. And I enjoyed every single moment of it.
It's tough to watch a show when it's so intimate about a specific topic that you aren't as aware of, and yet this show does it so flawlessly. It could be a very difficult show for us to watch because we don't necessarily know the history, because it did feel like a very intimate show about something specific that's happened. JoJo, I know you mentioned several times that there were certain aspects of it that were pulled from real life. Specifically the politics, I know, but even some of the details about the girls were pulled from real life situations too. And that's very intimate, and it's a different part of the world. It's a different group of people, a different culture that you and I haven't watched a lot of. So like initially in season 1, we had to get acclimated. We're like, what is this? Like, this is a lot. Who are these girls? But we fell in love with the girls immediately, and now 2 seasons later, like, we get it. Like, we know how they work, we know the dynamics of the family, we know, Uncle Combe and all of that, and like, it feels very familiar and it feels very intimate that we got to be a part of a show that not only, represented a specific dynamic, but also a specific time in history that had such a huge impact that I didn't know otherwise. So watching this finale too, I love the opening sequence with the music just panning and all the flashbacks of all the big moments leading up to this, from the previous seasons leading up to this episode. And then I love that they did let the last episode and this episode breathe, by having a year from when the last episode happened to this one. So I thought that was great too. So Claire had time to essentially, I mean, that was devastating. So like we needed that to breathe, but I think it was so intentional beyond even that. So they could allow for this moment in history to happen, to be when the girls were turning 18. This would be the time when they would be able to put a vote in. I think it was done so intentional, and I appreciate the shit out of it. It felt like we were watching history for the first time because I haven't watched it before. So it felt like we were a part of something very special and very epic because I don't have any memories or recollection of what this all was. So the way they were able to captivate me and I was like invested in that was so surreal and so really well done. I really appreciated that. I also just loved seeing, for one, I appreciate the episode being a longer episode too, so they could have that beginning where they did just kind of the flashbacks of everything leading up to it, and then you keep making me yawn because you keep yawning. And then everything that took place this episode, as far as the girls being, specifically Orla and Aaron, being like frustrated because their party's not what it was. But then that lends itself to the greatest moments of the episode too. Orla with her lines, dropping her bars as far as like, that party was great and had literally everything I could ever want. But my favorite thing, actually, in all reality, is just hanging out on the wall with you guys. And then having Claire come through like a boss and being able to, like, take out the powers so they all get to hang out together, too. And I just thought it was so cute early in the episode seeing James looking back at some of the film and, like, you can see just, like, loving Erin and just seeing her for all the potential that she is. And then Erin getting such a great takeaway as far as, like, the bars she dropped at the end as far as the experience of being brave and, trying to be optimistic about what a future can look like if we forgive the past. I just thought it was so beautifully articulated, and I absolutely loved what Michelle brought to the table as far as like questioning the black and white nature of things, that there are gray areas and that, it's so complex and like all of this was not as easily a takeaway as you wanted to see, which taught Erin a lot too. Like they jam-packed a lot in the finale, but all of it I felt was well served and well delivered and well articulated to end the series. And I feel fully satisfied with that being the series finale. And again, I really feel like all of it was super intentional as far as the 3 seasons breakdown, where we started when we first got introduced to the politics of where they were, to end now where the politics of where it feels like they're in healing. I don't know exactly what happened after this, because again, that's out of my realm of knowledge, but this was such a satisfying series, such a unique experience, and I fell in love with the girls in the squad and James too, and that wasn't something I ever would have watched. So really appreciate especially those of you that sponsored this show early on to even get it on everybody's radar, and it's so glad that so many of you backed it and put it into rotation too, so we could see it all the way through. So thank you guys so much yet again for introducing us to a series we would have not watched. And it being such a delight and such a fun adventure to share with you guys. So thank you.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Derry Girls, Season 3, Episode number 7. And until next time, the series finale, though. Peace.